What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Maverick Raven coming at you with another video, and this is gonna be a reaction to Money Game Part 2 by, of course, Ren. A lot of you guys have wanted me to check out the trilogy and then monetize, and we're gonna get into that. But I gotta be honest, Renegades and Flock fam, I gotta be honest with you guys. I do not feel the best today, so So I don't know, man. Maybe it's like my daughter's illness like caught me late, or I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, she had a fever, and I don't know. Maybe what I was thinking was allergies was just like a prolonged sickness, you know. But we're gonna get into this. But before we get to this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All that stuff really helps out the channel. We'd love to see you be the newest member of the flock. The flock is for life. So come check us out, guys. We'd love to have you. The air is for everyone. So, I know a couple of you guys had mentioned that you didn't like me having the closed captioned on for the lyric video of Seven Sins. So I turned it off. With that being said, if I have a tough time following the lyric videos, you know, the lyrics in the lyric video, I might put them back on, you know, because I don't want to miss what he's saying either. I mean, that's kind of a big part in music, right? So let's get to it, guys. All right. Oh man.
Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on, needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind.
That could not have been easy to say for a normal person, but Ren made it really easy and succinct. Let's put it a little further back. Strange times we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor men learn, the rich man don't care for you. Yeah.
Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on, needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant, right?
The old me not knowing Ren, and I don't know him like you guys do, but the old me not knowing Ren with the amount of certainty that I had now would have stopped and said, what's going on here? But I gave it a little chance because I didn't want to stick my foot in my mouth and be like, why is Ren saying that? He said it. He's just kidding. So let's not get ourselves sprained trying to reach and clutching them pearls, you know what I'm saying?
It would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins.
Isn't that like word for word what he sings in Money Game Part 1? It is, right? I don't want to go, you know, and leave the video, but it sounds like it.
Doesn't write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we don't upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. We point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. This old Money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to...
I like that callback to High Ren. I like that a lot. Let's run that back just a little bit because I want to hear that part again.
Ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step two, gotta make the people think that they want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured prime.
That step one is a bitch to do, man. At least, and make it look legit. Like, here in the States, there was a guy that bought up, him and I think it was his brother. But he and his brother went, when the pandemic started, and it looked like this shit was serious, and it's getting serious, and, everybody's kind of going out of their brain. He went and he bought a bunch of hand sanitizers because he figured that's something that people are going to want for sure. And he and his brother bought up like all the hand sanitizers that they had in the area, dude. I'm talking about thousands and thousands, and it was like 15 or 20 grand worth of nothing but hand sanitizer before the upcharge. And then he started selling them, and yeah, he was gouging people and taking advantage of scarcity and taking advantage of a pandemic. But dude, the government came and took all of that and didn't give him anything for it. He's out like however much money before, he got caught, and however much he stole before then, whatever. I don't even know if they made him pay that back. For all I know, the government, made him pay that back. So that's a big reason why I don't like the government, dude. And you shouldn't trust the government anyways, because they're just, at the end of the day, they just are trying to get rich off of your hard work as a citizen. And I mean that for any government in the world, because think about it. They literally used your position as a citizen to create a job and then add it with bloat. I mean, I don't know how it is in the UK. I don't know how it is, in other countries. But the amount of bloat in the United States government is absolutely insane. And I wouldn't be surprised if most countries in the Western part of the world do have, and I mean like disgusting bloat. I wouldn't be surprised. Because the reality is that these people get in power, and maybe they ran as good, honest people wanting to make a difference for the better, right? But when they get to these positions of power, either they turn into narcissists, we're always narcissists all along, or latent narcissists, whatever the hell, right? They become absolutely scared, just terrified of losing that power. Because it's a cushy job, and you get respect, and money, and influence, and all this other stuff, right? So even like the super clean candidates end up falling into crazy shit. It sucks, dude. Just once, I would love to see politicians of any side of the aisle be the people that they say they are. And like in the United States, lobbying is way out of control. Insider trading, that has to be, there's no way that you can convince me that Nancy Pelosi, for example, wasn't taking advantage of her position as a Congress member when it seemed like her moves on the stock market were so lucky and or genius level moves that there's no way, just statistically, there's no way that that's what would have happened. But they get away with it. Americans, for example, we're too busy working. We don't have time to take, weeks off or months off, just letting the country kind of stop to a standstill, to a complete standstill, while we protest all the greediness of our government. Like, we don't have time for that. We just don't have time for that. That's why in Canada, for example, the Freedom Convoy, dude, that was one of the bravest, most just selfless things I have seen in a long, long time. And in America, we kind of call Canada names, just kind of like as a stereotype, or either to give them a tough time or whatever. But the reality is that they had more bravery than we did, because we didn't stop our job and lose access to banks, because that's what happened in Canada. But then, you guys went and elected a liberal majority again, so I'm not quite understanding Canada. But I don't know, man. I don't know. And the reason I say that is because why is it that you're going to oust, Justin Trudeau, and you talk about his policies being a problem and all that, only to once again invite the Liberal Party that lied to you and did all that? Like, I don't know, man. That's a major problem that we're having here, like in our big blue cities, big blue states, that they have problems. Like, for example, California, New York, they have a homelessness problem. They have a drug use problem. And instead of, shaking things up, people just keep voting the same. At the very least, use your vote to be the agent of chaos that might shake up the system, bring a shock to it, and make it work for your favor. But I don't know, man. In this regard, I know I said yesterday that on a lot of topics, I was kind of easing up of what used to be my hard conservative stances or whatever. And instead of getting more conservative with age, I'm getting a little bit more liberal with age. But this is one of those things where I don't think I'm ever going to be, getting blue-pilled or whatever. Because let me tell you, bro, having worked as part of the government, whether it's, it's a local government, but still, the government does not want to be found out, dude. They do not want to be found out. We would get overtime details. I was a former police officer, and you would think, oh yeah, it's overtime details to protect like problem areas. Nah, bro, they would give you overtime shifts at like the local movie theater, which is in a really good neighborhood, and they would just say, look, just hang out there in your car. You don't even have to come out, whatever, because no problems were going on. And the reason why they were handing out overtime, like there was so much money to give, because if we don't use up all the overtime and then some that we used up last year, our budget's going to get cut, and then we're not going to have as much money for overtime next year. What? So for example, let's say we're talking about 2025. You have to use the money that you used up in 2024 during this time period. You have to use up that money and then some, so that in 2026 you have a chance of getting overtime. And then what do you think people do? Do you think they stop working, fraudulent, what I would consider to be needless overtime? Do you think that they stop in 2026? No, now they go, no, we need to do what we worked in 2025, or else, what'll happen to us in 2027? What? Nah, dude. Insane that works like that. It shouldn't work like that.
Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step 2. Gotta make the people think that they want them, really want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste, man. Free. It's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality.
He's still talking about the seashells, bro. That is so badass, bro. So badass. Not to mention the whole Rhine scheme is keeping up throughout all of it.
property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4. Expand, expand, expand.
That is so true, bro. That is so true. But there's more important things than money, dude. There really are. And if you can't look at yourself in the mirror because of what you did that day, and you just like destroyed a part of yourself, you lost a part of yourself that was innocent or even a little bit pure, no, not for me, bro. I'd rather be freaking living below the poverty line than change who I am and do something filthy like that. Because think about it. Now you're never going to be trusted again. Now no one's going to want to hear a word you have to say again. Your integrity, your morals, your principles, all those things that vary from person to person. You've just compromised yourself. And for what? For money? Do you really need to have this keeping up with the Joneses type philosophy? Because I don't see it.
That will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4. Expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5. Why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6. Guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7. Press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8. Big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9. Polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10.
The beat is so good to this freaking song, and I like this. I like the second one better than the first Money Game. Still great facts being spat out here, but yeah, man. All right, let's run it back. So yeah, dude, Money Game Part 1 was great. This is like excellent, beyond excellent.
Run to be the president of the United States. 8. Big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9. Polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10. The world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 rain.
He's killing me with that, bro. With the she sells seashells by the seashore, dude. That's crazy.
A storm it comes our way, and no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we died upon.
Hold on, he blinked. Oh, it's not gonna show up on the slow scroll here. No, we're gonna. You're a liar, a cheat, a devil. No, that ain't it.
Seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way, and no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins.
Ah, damn it! I missed it again. Does anybody know what he's saying there? Because I don't think I'm going to catch you. I don't want to waste your time.
And no surprise to distorted lies,
Ah, sorry, guys. Come on. All right, it's almost here. Strange times we're living in. Yeah. Absolutely. So that was the secret message. Strange times we're living in. Absolutely, bro. 100%.
But we died upon the blame. It's easier to blame. We point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. This old.
Damn, you guys. That was awesome. Like I said, I enjoyed that better than the first part. And yeah, man, that was really good. I liked that a lot, actually. And I heard that the best one is part three, or at least that's what a lot of you guys are telling me. So we're gonna get to that, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love hanging out with you guys. Um, I am gonna do Money Games Part 3, regardless of anything else that's going on. I'm gonna do that today, so don't you guys worry about that. I don't know if I'll be able to get to Money Ties. I had originally intended to get to Money Ties, because all you guys were telling me that that's like the unofficial Money Games Part 4 or whatever. So yeah, so we're gonna get to that eventually. If not today, tomorrow at the latest. I promise. But I'm gonna try for today. There's still a lot of day left today, so hopefully I'll feel a little bit better. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out, man. Lots of love wherever you are. I hope you're having a great day, night, whatever it is. And yeah, guys, as always, stay safe and stay based.